Hey everyone, Stock Ninja here, bringing you a brand new series called Mergers and Acquisitions. With M&A being a huge part of the stock market landscape, we will look at some of the bigger names and their moves on a week-by-week basis. My hope is that this series will provide you all with some insight as to why these companies are making these moves and how it will impact them in the long run. I also feel that looking closer at M&A gives us a better understanding of the direction these companies are headed in the future. In each episode, we will take a look at the following: an overview of both companies on either side of the deal, how the deal is being financed. For example, is it being paid with current liquid assets, or is the company going to be taking on new debt to make it happen? Why was this move made? What is the thought process behind this merger or acquisition? How does this move look versus rivals? Lastly, my thoughts on the impact it will have on the companies involved going forward. To start off the M&A series, for the first episode, we will discuss MasterCard's acquisition of Finicity, which was announced on June 23, 2020. MasterCard, as many of you probably know, is a credit card company in both the technology and financial spaces, otherwise known as fintech. MasterCard is a payment network processor which partners with institutions to issue MasterCard payment cards that are processed exclusively on the MasterCard network. With a massive global reach and partnerships with many banks around the world, MasterCard is currently a $300 billion company and one of the largest in the United States. With an amazing stock performance over the years, coupled with over 2,800 institutions currently holding MasterCard, makes the company a staple among many ETFs and individual portfolios as well. On the other end of the deal, Finicity, also a fintech company, was founded in 1999 and currently headquartered in Salt Lake City, Utah. With their motto, "Better Days, Better Decisions," in the forefront, Finicity was founded on the key principle that data is at the heart of good decision making. With data at its core, Finicity provides real-time financial data aggregation and insights platform for financial management, payments, and credit decisioning. They also have excellent application programming interfaces, or APIs for short. With Finicity having many customers and clients across the country, two customers and their platform stand out the most in regards to this acquisition. The first being Quicken Loans and their Rocket Mortgage tool, and the second being credit bureau Experian with their Experian Boost tool, both of which Finicity had an active hand in development and implementation. Both tools have been highly successful, making them very desirable from MasterCard's perspective. MasterCard is set to spend $825 million on the deal to acquire Finicity. Let's take a quick look at their balance sheet to see how it will play out. As of March 31st, 2020, MasterCard currently has around $10.2 billion in cash, with current short-term debt obligations of around $9.7 billion, leaving them around $325 million short of the $825 million needed. That being said, if we take a quick look at the change in numbers since the last quarter, which ended on December 31st, 2019, we can see they increased their cash position by almost $3 billion. And at the same time, lowered their short-term debt obligations by over $2 billion. This shows us that this deal was in the works for some time, and MasterCard has been appropriately allocating funds for the acquisition. Even with the addition of a clause where current Finicity shareholders get a potential $160 million increase in earnouts, I still see no reason that MasterCard will not have enough cash to cover this transaction, as the deal is set to close in the latter half of 2020. According to MasterCard, the main goal behind this merger is to strengthen their open banking platform. So what is open banking? Open banking is a financial service term that refers to the use of open APIs that enable third-party developers to build applications and services around the financial institutions. Open banking also allows fintech apps to provide services using a customer's existing financial and banking credentials. A good example of open banking in use is the Mint app. With the acquisition of Finicity, MasterCard hopes to improve in 4 key ways. Advance MasterCard as a strong open banking partner for fintechs and financial institutions. Strengthen capabilities and offerings to consumers and businesses. Enhance commitment to responsible data practices. Lastly, this acquisition will accelerate their open banking service enhancements in the United States. One thing to note is that MasterCard already has an organically grown open banking presence in Europe, where such services are much more regulated. When comparing this acquisition to rival Visa, it looks like a countermove to Visa's recent acquisition of Plaid. Plaid is a very similar company to Finicity. In fact, the services they provide could be considered almost identical in terms of open banking solutions. The key difference between these two moves is that Visa paid a whopping $5.3 billion to acquire Plaid earlier this year. That is nearly 6.5 times more than what MasterCard is paying to acquire Finicity. In my opinion, MasterCard has been on a shopping spree the last few years, and the announcement of the Finicity acquisition is the latest on a long list. To me, this acquisition makes a lot of sense. From a technical perspective, Finicity's API is top-notch and has been thoroughly developed and enhanced throughout the years. Also, from a current shareholder perspective, this is a big plus, as open banking is generally geared towards improving overall customer experience and ease of use. This shows that MasterCard is pushing to improve their overall user interface experience and potentially acquire new customers in the process. Not to mention, this is a knock against rival Visa, with Finicity being a fraction of the cost of what Visa paid for Plaid. Though it remains to be seen exactly how long full integration with Finicity will take. This could be a long-term boost down the road for shareholders given a little patience. Overall, a positive and financially sound move, which should benefit MasterCard immensely with proper execution and integration. That concludes our analysis of MasterCard's acquisition of Finicity. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please leave a comment below with your thoughts on the new series, and if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for educational purposes only. Please do your own research before buying or selling any stocks seen in this video. Thank you.